Hi Bold Bakers, we have had great success with our crazy series, be it bread, cookies, and even crazy muffins. Today we are going to add to that list and we are going to make crazy no-bake cookies. One cookie dough, endless flavor possibilities. As always, the recipe can be found on my website, biggerbolderbaking.com. Okay, let's make our dough. It's really easy. We're going to mix it all by hand in a nice big bowl. So our first ingredient in our cookie is nut butter. I'm using peanut butter, but if you want something a little bit milder and not as nutty, you can also use an almond butter or cashew or whatever. The thing about it is you can't leave this out altogether because it's actually what binds your cookie, so it's really important to use some sort of a nut butter. So into your bowl goes our nut butter. I love cookies based on peanut butter. So for our sweetness for our cookie is some runny honey. If you don't eat honey or don't have it, you can also use maybe a maple syrup or agave, something that is still quite thick and kind of gluey. So now we're going to take this guy and melt these ingredients together. I like to pop it into the microwave for roughly a minute or so. You can also put it over a bain-marie and let them melt gently there also. So it doesn't take long. You just want the ingredients to melt, make it much easier for us to mix it together. At this stage, I'm going to add in a little drop of vanilla extract. I adore vanilla extract in cookies. However, if you don't have any, you can leave it out. Just adds nicer flavor. With a spatula, just give the vanilla a quick mix in. So our dry ingredients, we are going to use an oat flour. Now it's really easy to make. I have a recipe on my website. It's just blended oats. You can also buy it in the store, but I like to make it at home because it's easier and cheaper. If you are gluten-free and want to make gluten-free cookies, make sure that your oats say that they're gluten-free on them because sometimes they're not. So just go ahead and add that into the rest of your ingredients. I'm going to add in a little bit of salt for extra flavor. And then with a spatula, just mix it all together. So the thing about it is that oats are really absorbent. They're kind of like sponges when it comes to liquid. So you might end up with a little bit of a drier dough. So if you want to add in a little bit extra peanut butter, a little bit extra honey, and that'll make it much easier to work with. It is quite stiff because it's no bake, so it has to kind of get nice and firm in the fridge. Okay, so that's our cookie dough. It only took me like 5 minutes. Now we're going to take this dough and make it crazy, which means we're going to make any flavor of cookie that we like. So let me share with you some of the flavor combinations that I came up with. Say for instance, if you want to make a double chocolate chip cookie, add a generous 1/4 cup scoop of cookie dough to your bowl. Then add in 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder and 1 tablespoon of chopped chocolate. And then just mix them all together. So I started out optimistic with a spoon, but I think I'm going to have to go in there with my fingers to pull the dough together. Because of the oats, it is a firmer dough. So just really get all those ingredients worked through. If you're a Nutella lover like myself, you can take a 1/4 scoop of your cookie dough, add 2 tablespoons of Nutella, and sprinkle over a few chopped hazelnuts. And then simply shape it into your cookie. So you'll be happy to know you can even make a no-bake snickerdoodle cookie. All you do is shape your cookie, toss it in a little bit of cinnamon sugar, and hey presto. So how about a monster cookie? We already have the peanuts and the oats in there. So into your dough, we're going to add in some M&Ms and some chocolate chips. I love this cookie, especially if you use like an almond butter. It's kind of like a blank canvas to add anything you want into it. And then shape it into your monster cookie. So like I said, these are no-bake cookies, so all we have to do is pop them into the fridge for 30 minutes and let them set up. If you don't want to eat them straight away, you can keep them in your fridge for up to a week. So there you go, look at that. These are only a few of my flavor combinations. I put bonus flavors on my website, so make sure you go and check them out. What I love about these cookies is that they're high protein, they're no bake, they're great for lunch boxes, great for kids to make, or just for after you do a cooking show. Oh, it's yummy. The base takes on the flavor of whatever you add to it really well. And the best thing is, because of the oats and the peanut butter, they're really filling. This is absolute winner. So I'm really excited to see what flavor combinations you guys come up with, and when you make them, upload a picture to my website so all the other bold bakers can see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here really soon for more bigger, bolder baking.